Hey guys, so that recent flooding has happened in Houston, and whenever we have these crisis situations, we get to see like the good and the bad people, right? For example, there was a guy that opened up his mattress shop and let in like all these people, fed them dinner, breakfast, all this shit. There's people are coming in from out of town to bring their boats, help people, rescue people. There's a mosque, there's a bunch of these mosques that open up in other churches and stuff too that immediately offered shelter, right? But there's this one guy, Joel Osteen, right? It took him days of people like bitching at him, saying like, "Hey, why is your mega church open and there's nobody here? Shouldn't you be like housing people, right?" And he's like, at first he gave some bogus excuse like, "Oh, there's potential damages or blah blah blah." Then later on, a couple days later, he changed his story and he's like, "Oh no, we were always open, blah blah. We just had to. Houston didn't ask us to open ourselves up as a shelter." And it's like, really, man? Like, I think you're just an uncaring piece of shit, and you're greedy as fuck, and you have no empathy in your body whatsoever that you didn't even think about it, right? I don't even think it was like, oh, we don't want to dirty up our mega church. It was probably it didn't even cross his mind, right? And this guy is like, what? He's worth $50 million. He has a $10 million home. His home is massive. It's like a palace, right? And how many people do you think he's going to house in there? He could fit hundreds in there, easily, hundreds. But he's not going to do that. And it's a lot like those rich celebrities or blah blah who are like, "Oh no, we need to open borders, we need to take all these people in, blah blah." But ask them, "Hey, will you put them in your home? Will you house them?" No, not that, not that, not that. It's like, it's the same thing, right? And what just irks me is like, this guy is like, what, tax exempt status, right? Like, religion should not be getting tax exempt status. I'm not saying because of this guy, now this is the reason why nobody should get it, but like, just in general, like, the government should stay out of religion. It should stay out of business. It should stay out of many things in our lives. We don't need to give a helping hand to religions that arguably don't do that much for us. Like, you could say there are some benefits to religion. I'm not saying there is none whatsoever, but there's a lot of bad religions out there too. And if you're giving tax exempt status to, I don't know, Buddhism, you're also giving it to Islam, right? And like I said before, there was a bunch of mosques that opened up their doors for people and were great, and they did a lot of great things. But nonetheless, I still think their ideology is worse and more detrimental in the long run. So I don't want to give tax exempt status to any religion. I'm an atheist. Why the fuck should I be paying to prop up your religion that you're not even going to help people when they need it? Like, you're worth $50 million. Like, what the fuck? We should not be, like, you should not get tax exempt status. Like, that guy should have it revoked, at least. Like, at least his should be revoked. I think so. And it's like, how could these people are clearly not actual Christians, right? Or they don't believe in your book. They're all scamming you, right? You do know that. Because if somebody's worth $50 million, you would think they would give away some more of their wealth, because isn't it easier for like a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to get into heaven? So, like, I think he should be giving away more of his money if he's really a fucking Christian. But obviously he's just duping you morons and poor people that are stupid to give him money, right? That's what they're doing. They're like, "Oh, I want to be rich too." And it's kind of like too bad for you almost, because you went there for your own fucking greed, right? You want to go, you don't want to work to be rich. You want to think about it really hard and pray to be rich. You may as well just watch The fucking Secret, and like focus on what you really want. Don't be a fucking idiot. And when you're an idiot, you're gonna get swindled. So I don't really necessarily feel that bad about him swindling a bunch of idiots, but I'm just like, I don't think he should get tax exempt status, And, examples of him, even though having tax exempt status, he's not even coming to help fucking civilians who are propping up his fucking business. So, you know, I would care less if he wasn't getting taxpayer money, if he wasn't getting tax exempt status. I would care less that he didn't help. I'd be like, well, it wouldn't surprise me because, people are like, oh my God, how could a Christian do that? It's like, come on. People pick and choose what they want to believe in their holy books. So just because somebody says they're a Christian doesn't mean they're automatically a good person, etc. Right? So, think about who you give your money to. Obviously, stop giving it to people like this who are going to, who need to be like goaded to help you, right? If you help some guy, you're giving him money all the time, and then finally it's your turn. He's like, I don't know. He needs like a bunch of people like with pitchforks saying like, come on, help him out, man, help him out. It's like, it's crazy. But, like I said before, these crises are good things sometimes. Like, obviously it's horrible. A lot of people, 20 people have died so far, which is horrible. But, at least it exposes the frauds out there. And, for the really dumb people that couldn't tell that Joel Osteen was a fraud to begin with. Because if you couldn't tell from the start, I'm sorry to say you're a fucking idiot. But at least now maybe it's a little easier for you to know. But that's all I pretty much had to say. If you like my content, subscribe and have a great day.